everyone, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today it's episode freaking 98. Wow, we're so close to 100, and this is our last episode that we're going to be working on this area. We got these last few guys to be finishing up here. It looks like we got a ghost block in here. So I went ahead and threw these two trees in right here, the nice little acacia trees. Then we got two more palm trees in right there. They're looking pretty nice. Anyways, since we've been working in the desert here so much, and I've been kind of flying around, we've been doing a lot of different biomes. I had a question for you guys to start off this episode. What is your guys' favorite biome to build in Minecraft? I've been feeling like I've been building a lot here in the desert, but I've kind of been realizing it's not my favorite one to be building in. Personally, I think I'm partial to the old plains biome, the good, solid, true plains biome, just super easy to build in. And everything kind of works. But if I'm going for like foliage colors, I think the mountain biome probably has like the extreme hills or something like that. Probably my favorite one there. Anyways, as we're starting this guy up, I wanted to kind of talk about something here real quick. A few days ago, I reached out on Twitter on some Friday of 2 Fridays ago, something like that. I don't really know. But I ended up reaching out and was like, hey guys, are there any other small content creators that you guys really look up to, really like, or blah blah blah, like you really want to like kind of help them grow, like send them over my way and I'd be happy to take a look at their channel, blah blah blah, and kind of give them a helping hand. And I found two that I actually really liked. One I actually knew of before, and I wanted to share those guys with you guys today, just kind of give them a little bit of a shout out. They're both doing vanilla survival series that are about building up a giant vanilla world, kind of creating all the nations, kind of like what we're doing here, and it's just really cool. I want to show him a little bit of support, so I hope you guys can do the same. So the first guy I want to talk about with you guys is, his name is Brew. He is a really small YouTuber. I don't think he's even at 50 subscribers yet, but he actually has a really high quality video going on, so you guys will have to go check him out. He has a series called Brew and Build, I believe it's called, where he basically is trying to create a giant custom world on his own in single player survival and doing a lot of similar stuff to what we have going on here. And it's actually really cool. He's currently working on a hobbit town in the middle of a marsh, which I just think is super freaking awesome. And yeah, the second guy is DragonTech. DragonTech has actually been around this channel for a long time. I think he's been here since we were at like 200 or 300 subscribers. So, you know, big shout out to him for being around here for a long time. But he has a series called Building Nations. Ignore the spectator survival mode right there. I was grabbing a screenshot for the last episode. But yeah, so these guys are both really cool guys. DragonTech, has the Building Nation series that he's had going on for a little bit longer. I think both of them are about episode 30 on their series. I'll leave links to their channels down in the description below. But DragonTech currently is working on like a Nordic lumber mill town. I think he actually recently finished it, so he might be working on something new. So if you guys want to see a new project, you can go ahead and check out his channel and see where he's moving towards with that. Haha, look at that, new stuff. But yeah, they're both just really cool guys, and I really want to give them a bit of a shout out here as we're kind of going through and doing all this stuff. And that leaves me with another question, 2 questions in the start of this video. If you guys have a person that you want to support, because I only did that on Twitter, do you guys have personally, if you have a channel that's your own, or if you have a friend that's trying to get a channel going that you really want to support them and kind of let me know who they are, feel free to leave that down in the comments below as well. If I have more time, I would be more than happy to go take a look at their channels and try and offer them a little bit of advice and things like that. I think on everybody that sent their channel to me or a friend's channel, I went to their most recent video, watched it, and left some sort of advice on what I would recommend doing to improve their channel. So if that's something you guys are interested, go ahead and leave that down here in the comments below. You know, more of that good stuff down there. Leave comments, help me out. I'll leave comments on your channel, help you out, all that good stuff. Yeah, cool. So as you can see here, we're making the second floor of this house. We were at the second floor of this house. We're making it a little bit smaller than the floor going up to it. So I want to go ahead and kind of have a little bit of a doorway right in here. I realized we didn't bring any doors, but we're going to go ahead and basically have a floor going right like this across here and just kind of bringing it in so it looks like it's shrinking a little bit on the top. And we're going to have a staircase leading up to the second story. And then somebody will just live on the first story and they'll both be 2 tiny little houses. Yeah, cool. That'll work out pretty great. So we got that guy right there, we got that, and we're gonna go ahead and do the door right here on this one, like in that spot. Let's go to grab some stairs right here, build this guy up. So you can see that we don't actually have a whole lot of space left to be working on really in this area. everything is actually really starting to come together, and it's looking really, really cool in my opinion. We got a lot of detail bits that are kind of added in here because we only have this house, we got that guy, we got the little dock there, and we got 2 more trees to do, and that's pretty much it for this whole episode, seeing as we've done a lot of stuff. We've done a lot of stuff. So this guy right here, I actually want to go ahead and just kind of bring oak stairs, kind of stepping down right there. Then these we're going to go ahead and just kind of bring it up so it's a little bit more full. And we can go ahead and do little sandstone slabs right down like that. And then on the top of this guy, we can go ahead and throw just a smooth sandstone brick and then another slab right there. And that should be good. I wanted to go ahead on the middle of these, throw another little slab right in there to get a little bit more detailed bits going in, kind of like this. And then on these corners, I'm thinking we might want to go ahead and actually throw in like an oak fence just right there to give a little bit of spike to it. But it should be looking pretty freaking cool. I'm hoping this house will be a little bit more interesting and turn out a little bit more unique, but still have a cool Arabic feel to it. I gotta say though, I'm really excited. Like I was talking about earlier, this isn't my favorite biome to build in. So I'm actually pretty excited to go ahead and get out of here and start doing some more stuff back over at the custom biome. I do love the city, seeing as it's our first one, but I'm kind of looking forward to some new projects. So those will be coming here in the very near future. Let me go ahead and get a roof on this guy. I'm almost thinking about bringing in some red sandstone. I don't have that quite on me right now. And I'll be back with you guys in a sec. Let me at least get some doors in here and whatnot. All right, guys, we got the roof on the top of this guy, and it's looking a little kind of rounded-ish shape going on here. I don't know. I felt like the red sandstone, we just need to throw a little bit more of it in. It looks a little interesting. Let me go. We do have a few underpulls. Let's see if we can nail this right on top. Nope, we cannot. Let's see, and that should be good to get us up there. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. I went through doors on the 2 entrances, and this is the top right here. I want to do something pretty basic and just go ahead and get something looking like that in there, just to have a little something different than the rest of the builds, like we've been trying to do here with all of our new ones that we've been adding in, just something a little bit different. So speaking a little bit different, I wanted to go ahead and add in the dock. So that guy was just kind of going straight out there, but I want to go ahead and bring up a thing right there. Then we're going to take this out 2 and bring one up right here. And then we're going to go ahead and take you out 2 more and go ahead and do something like that. The squid is majorly in the way right now, but I wanted to go ahead and kind of create a little bit of like a sectioned off area right here and having the dock really come out the side. So it kind of goes in like this, and we can go ahead and just fill this spot in right there just to get a little bit extra stuff going on. But I was thinking something like that could be pretty cool. Just having our own little kind of place in here with a longer dock instead of this kind of shorter style that we had over on the other side. I felt just kind of mixing it up with this could be kind of fun. Again, just more interesting stuff. We can go ahead and do this, turn it into more of like a boardwalky feel, or people can do a little bit of fishing off the edges and things like that. Get more of a unique area going on with it. We can go ahead and grab this coarse dirt stuff right here, and we can kind of have our way down coming right through here, and it's going to be a little weird looking because it's basically going to go right down and then right back up, but it should be pretty cool in the end is my hope. I don't know. We'll take a look at this. We can change it up if we need to, but it allows us, I think we have water connecting to this guy. We do. So it allows us to do a few things like that. We can go ahead and bring our string out and just add like all these extra little interesting bits through here. And I really wanted to go ahead and do bam, bam, bam right there. Get a nice one up like that. Maybe do a shorter guy right there. And we can go ahead and do a short one right there. Then like a super short guy right there. And just all these extra little bits that we can add in with adding this longer docked area right here, which I think is pretty cool. And we can go ahead and bring back our wooden trapdoors, and those just kind of throw on top of these little oak pillars that we have going on here, just to kind of help barrier it off a little bit. But it's looking pretty cool. This area is really starting to be finished, and I'm really happy with it. Let me go ahead and get these 2 trees in. I think we're going to do 2 more palm trees, and I'll just go ahead and make them, seeing as I think of our last like 4 episodes we've done, I think 3 of them have had me building palm trees in them. So I'll just go ahead and get these guys done, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, welcome back. So we got 2 trees in. We got that guy, and they are all grown up, ready to go. Looking pretty solid. I threw a few cocoa beans in the tops of those trees, as well as these ones back here. And I also went ahead and threw in a path back this way, so we kind of have a second way down into our little oasis area that just kind of loops up through here and connects up into the main road and the storage room, and it made it a lot quicker to get back into this area. Granted, you know, I could do that anyways, but now it has an actual path, so that's super cool. So next, what we're going to work on real quick here is we got some more sandstone-y goodness in our bag, and we're going to go ahead and finish up this second little house right here. So we can go ahead and get rid of all this guy right in here. Let's go ahead and just bring in some sandstone and place these down as we destroy them. So this guy's supposed to be super, super small because it's right next to where we have the big secondary windmill. And I wanted to have a small house right next to it, so it just kind of left that guy alone. So it still doesn't really take away from the size or grandeur of that thing. So I wanted to really come in here and just have something super, super basic like I was talking about. So we're going to go ahead and just bring these all up to being 3 high like this. And we're probably going to go ahead and bring a lot of that end stone back in to make it look super cracked up. I went ahead and harvested up a bunch more of that stuff while we were waiting because we were actually basically out of it. So we needed a lot more. Anyways, what we're going to do on these corners, instead of bringing that chiseled smooth sandstone or whatever it is, the bricky sandstone up again, we're going to do full blocks there. And we're going to do some stairs stepping in here towards the middle. And we're going to see if we can't make this look a little bit more interesting and maybe possibly have just a full sandstone top to it. But I was thinking about something like this, and I know not super interesting, but just a little bit different to mix it up, make it smooth, sloping in and all that good stuff right in here. So we got these issues right here because what if we went ahead on these guys and actually took it like that? I think that might work a little bit better. And then back here, it's a little bit off. I guess it's off because that was 3, so this guy technically would need to come back here. I don't know. We can have it full, totally off. It doesn't need to be completely even or anything going around, so that looks fine. Yeah. So we got that guy right there. Those squids over in the water keep screwing with me. I keep thinking it's a different, like, bad mob or something. Now, what if we came in here and just brought in some spruce, sorry, can't talk tonight, and made it just a lot darker. I think that something like that, super basic like we were talking about, is going to work pretty well. We can go ahead and bring in our buttons like bam and bam and just get a little bit more detailed bit on here. We got to figure out where we want to throw some windows in to get a little bit of ventilation going through this place. I'm thinking this side and the side going into the whatchamacallit itself right over in here. It looks kind of weird having a window right here, seeing as it's going to basically go right into that. So I think we're going to go ahead and close that guy. But we need to have 2 just so there's a little bit of ventilation moving through this. So it makes a little bit more sense having all that in there. But yeah, so we got that right there. And the other thing I want to do, we're actually going to go ahead and get rid of this button. I want to go ahead and bring in a fence, and then some string and some brown carpet. We're going to do the string right there. And then we're going to do brown carpet right across that. I just want to go ahead and bring in another little bit of carpet right here to kind of make it look a little bit more dirty. And I want to use the brown so it looked more kind of grimy and grungy and not very, I don't know, not very well established. More like we're actually in like the slums. I guess that's what we're trying to make this place a little slummy looking. So now that we got all this stuff in here, I did want to go ahead and bring in the end stone, and we can come back in and just add this in kind of sparingly throughout the whole build, make it look like the thing is really, really crumbled down, and a lot more of it towards the base, so it looks kind of like it's fading as it goes up and gets a little bit smoother, and the bricks aren't as quite as cracked or anything moving up. So I'm thinking something like that'll probably be pretty good. We can go ahead and see this from the outside. I think we can slide back here. We can. Cool. But yeah, it should be looking pretty cool now. You can see, yeah, okay. I like that a lot more. That's looking really nice, actually. I think that's really, really cool. So one thing I did go ahead and do was add in a bunch of grass and all that stuff, just trying to get it a little bit more greenified through here. So you can see a little patch there and a little patch there. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do now, though, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and bring in a lot of the nature bits into here all over the place, just to make it look a little bit more natural and lively, like all those flowers and things, all the little bits of wheat and whatnot growing around. So we got that spot. We got that little guy over there. I'm thinking about doing it back in this area too. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more work on these ones over here, just to make them a little bit more interesting looking. And yeah, that'll be pretty much all we got going on for today's episode. We're just finishing off this region, and wow, this view right here actually looks super cool looking out over the water. Now we have all those trees and everything in. Anyways, let me go ahead and get that done. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, welcome back. So I actually am just realizing now that I forgot to do this as we started the clip, so we can go ahead and just do this here real quick. Let's go and do something like that. But we got our commenter question of the day, so we can go ahead and finish this video off here and just be able to end this area off and move on to a new chapter of our building, aka by going back to old builds and working more on the terrain, which is just gonna be fantastic. So we got this whole area over there all finished up and looking really, really pretty from this angle over here. I even threw a nice little note block in there to make it look like he was in the water. But yeah, I'm loving this area. I'm really, really happy with how it's looking. Let's just go ahead and do that and get rid of the red flower. Then we can maybe go ahead and grow that guy up so it looks a little bit more like we got a lot of stuff in there. Maybe we go ahead and add some oak leaves too. Like do bam bam. We do something like maybe you right there. And then we can go ahead and do something like that and get rid of that bottom one. Cool. Just like a little growth plant, something or another, going all the way up there, kind of growing up the tree. I don't know. Looks kind of cool. Maybe we actually go ahead and introduce you right there. What if we did that? Make it look like it's really growing up around the tree. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Okay, so we can go ahead and maybe let's go ahead and, because it's look like this little guy's like dipping down here into the water or something, kind of growing right along the water's edge. Something like, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Throw a little dead bush in there and make it look like some branches or something are connecting it. But yeah, that's all we got time for in today's video. I'm not sure how long this guy's going to be or how short it's going to be or anything like that. Haven't edited it up at all. But yeah, comment or question of the day today is from Rick Plays. I'm trying to choose a different person every single episode, at least so it's not two people in the same. But thank you guys everybody for all the awesome comments. They're really, really awesome to be reading through. We got a few people that I think are in like a 10 episode in a row comment streak. So you guys are awesome. Anyways, please do not finish the wall. You still have to build the grand library, the one from Avatar with all the cool towers. I'm assuming that's a suggestion. It will be so weird if all the information is unprotected. Also, even if it's unrealistic, you can add some other roofs than just the flat ones. So the grand library will for sure have walls around it. It's definitely going to be something walled in, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. But the walls right here actually aren't really going to be touching it. As you can see, we've only done the inside of them. So don't look at that side. And we completely missed where we were trying to land. But yeah, so we're going to eventually go ahead and do that. I just really want to get this first little area here walled in. The city walls for this place aren't going to be done for a long time, but you can see how awesome this looked. And we could totally finish that, get that wall over to there. And the library is not going to go in this area, so we can actually go ahead and do the wall all the way along this. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's just going to be really, really fun getting all that stuff done and work through and all that good stuff. But yeah, as far as the other shapes of the roofs, I've been thinking about playing with some dome-shaped roofs or things like that. A little bit like that guy, but more extreme, more actual like Arabic domey where it kind of comes in and then goes back out around. I don't know, maybe something like that. I might start messing with that guy here in the near future. In like a creative world, see if I can't get in that, something that'll work with this style without being too distinct or weird, but still kind of work with it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey as we built up this little desert oasis area here in Papyrus. It's been really awesome. I've been loving this. Let me know what your guys' favorite part of this build has been so far. That would be awesome to hear what you guys like about this part, or if you guys hated it, that's fine to hear too. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy, subscribe if you loved it, and I will catch you on the flip side.